Hi guys, welcome back to TOV's class. Okay, you know the usual, we're doing the prepping of the face. I used Zickel primer to prep the face. Then the next thing I did my spritz gel using Zickel. Then the foundation, I had to do a dark shade first because I actually wanted the her contour line to just pop. Then I used a lighter one. If you watch what I did, I used the lighter one underneath her eyes and at her jawline. Then I carefully dabbed my foundation because I actually wanted her melanin to pop. Then the next thing, I used my FB concealer to highlight underneath her eyes and the bridge of her nose. Then I'm contouring the corner of her nose gently so that it has that it gives that beautiful look. Then I'm doing my blending. Okay, then the next is my powder palette from Zickel. I'm using this to set the face so as to prepare it for my setting powder. Now the setting powder, I had to go close to the contour line. If you check very well, I had to go close to that contour line so as to give that pointed nose down there. If you watch, I took it a bit closer to the corner of her nose for that setting. Look closely, you will see it. Then for my lining, when I define my brows, I like getting this sharp line, so that it looks very clean, just as the line I'm doing there. I had to take my time I didn't want to fast forward this part. I had to take time so that you see how I get my brows well defined. Okay, so now I'm filling the edge of the brows. After drawing, I have to fill the edge of the brows. Okay, I'm filling the edge, as you can see. Then I'll be doing a little feathered from the front line when I'm done with that. Okay, you see the feathered. Before I do the feathered thing, I like cleaning my brush. Okay, maybe I didn't do it in this video, but I like cleaning my brush to get that sharpness of the brush, so that the brush will just be together. Then before I do that, before I just have to do my feathered, like at the front. I have to clean my brush. Then I moved in with my defining brush, as you can see, my defining brush. Then I'm going in with concealer from FB. Actually, it's a dark shade I used here, almost an orange shade of concealer, to get the lines done. Then I have to do my clean up my blending. I like taking time to do this part because this part it's very, very important. It's very, very important. It helps a lady. It actually gives a facelift, if I may say, or use that word. It gives a facelift. Now I used a lighter one here, okay, for you to see the difference. I actually use a lighter one. I will still have to correct it back, but I just use this for you to see. You can actually use concealer of your shade depending. Now I have to correct it so that it gets darker. I will still have to correct it, but I just wanted to prove something. You can use a concealer of your choice. You can do 2 shades lighter to 1 shade lighter, depending on how you want it. Okay, now the up, I'm just trying to define, and here you go, you have your clean brows. Then I use my powder to go all over to make it more defined and gives it that nice look. Okay, then I'm going in with my eyeshadow from Juvia's, then my primer, Okay, then my eyeshadow is Poch eyeshadow palette that I used for this look. As the colors I used, I actually did a two-way color thing. I added a bit of orange there. The look we're creating is more like an engagement look, which you can use for your traditional look. You know, most of the times it's a bit loud, not too loud, but you know. Then I'm lining the eyes. I did a bit of winging by the side there. Then I have to clean up so that the lines comes out very perfect. Then I'm doing my dusting off. Okay, I'm doing my dusting off. Okay, I had to use my gel on the brows. You see the brows is not all poppy. Then I'm using my pencil liner. It's a green pencil liner to give her face to brighten up her eyes a little. Then I added my glow. The glow, I had to use my sprit gel on my brush first before I applied the glow. Then I added my blush, and this is her leg before we started, and that's the final touch. Wow, she's so beautiful. Yes, so beautiful, and she gives that lovely smile. With this, you could use this look for a traditional wedding and just a bridal. It's actually very beautiful.